about a year ago, I had an epiphany about why we do practices to raise our vibration, like meditation or ecstatic dancing or drumming or japa or walking the labyrinth. The ultimate goalless goal is to get to our essence, which in Sanskrit we call the Atman or self. We pray to connect with God. We chant. We do a rosary to experience that stillness, that God essence that's at the core of every one of us and at the core of every blade of grass and every flower and every molecule and every grain of sand. Because underneath it all is pure stillness. And we want to experience that stillness. And then I realized one day that stillness is not only God, but it's pure, unadulterated love. And I realized that everything we do is to get to the love. And when we strip away whatever it is that's keeping us from being love and experiencing love and letting love in, when we allow ourselves to experience pure love, that's when our lives will really be full and very, very happy. And I also realized that one of the ways to get to the love, besides our meditation and our japa and our drumming, perhaps a more direct path is seeing the God, seeing the pure love in each other. As Gandhi said, if you can see God in the next person you meet, you need look no further. It's the superhighway, and it's something you could do every day, and it's free. You don't have to sign up for a course or have a teacher or go anywhere. Just see the God in every person you meet, and then experience how different your life could be. One of my absolute favorite stories that illustrates this takes place centuries ago in Russia, in a small monastery in the woods. And the head monk of this monastery was a very pious man, but he was sad because there was so much disharmony in his monastery between the monks, and it caused him heartache. And so much heartache that he went to seek the counsel of his friend, a saintly rabbi whose temple was on the outskirts of the same woods. Although one was Catholic and one was Jewish, they felt like kindred brothers in their sanctity and their life of study and devotion to God. So this monk goes and sits with his rabbi friend and tells the rabbi his troubles. He says the monks are always fighting and arguing and at each other with constant complaints and criticism. And the poor father just didn't know what to do. So the rabbi sits in silence for some time, and then he looks at his friend and he says, I have a secret to tell you. One of your monks is actually a saint and maybe even the Messiah. Well, the priest is like startled and flustered, and he gets up and he bids the rabbi goodbye, and he goes back to the monastery where he calls all the brothers together and tells them what the rabbi said. And they all sit in like shocked silence, ruminating over this revelation. And over the next few days, none of them says very much because they're busy thinking and looking at each other and trying to figure out who is the Messiah. So Brother Peter thinks to himself, well, I know that Brother Joseph can't possibly be the Messiah. All he does is glower and snap at everyone. He never has a nice word to say. That's certainly not saintly behavior. Can't be him. But maybe it's that foot of his. He's always had that limp. I wonder if he's in constant pain. I'm going to ask him if he wants me to bring him his meals so he doesn't have to walk all the way across the courtyard to the kitchen. And Brother John is thinking, well, Brother Elias certainly can't be the Messiah. He sings so loudly during hymns that he drowns out everyone else and hurts their ears. Can't he see that everyone's always looking at him and wanting him to tone it down? He's so insensitive. But what if he is so filled with the love of God that he's shouting out his pure joy and he doesn't even notice everyone giving him looks? You know what? I'm going to join in the singing with more joy and enthusiasm myself and protect him from the daggers that people are sending his way. And Brother Paul thinks, well, Brother Anthony certainly can't be the Messiah, since he's always telling me so rudely to be more quiet in my room that my loud motions disturb him, which makes me want to be even louder. But maybe he is the Messiah and he's in prayer directly with God, and I'm bringing him out of his deep communion. I'm going to be more quiet and more considerate when I'm in my room. I guess I really am kind of loud, and I don't want to disturb his direct experiences of God. So each monk, thinking the other may be the saint or even the Messiah, started acting more saintly himself. So if we could live our lives suspecting that each person we meet might be a saint or even the Messiah, how different would our behavior towards them be? And you know what I realized when I was thinking about this? Everyone is the Messiah. There's not only one. Maybe that's offensive to some religions, but my realization is that the Messiah is the God essence in every single person on the planet. It's the pure love at the core of every being. So just love. And if we could do this, if we could increase our awareness of love and bring more love onto our planet, no matter what we think of different individuals. And by the way, we are living at a time that our planet really needs more love. Just think the change we can make. And I think Mother Teresa had the formula when she said this. I haven't memorized it, so I have to read it for you, and it goes like this. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you're honest and sincere, people may still deceive you. Be honest and sincere anyway. What you spend years creating, someone could destroy overnight. Create anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, some may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today could be forgotten tomorrow. Do good anyway. When you give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough, give the world your best anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it's between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. So I, for one, am going to remind myself when I walk out my door that everyone, from the gardener to the checkout lady, from the president to the guy who speeds by me on the freeway with no muffler and his radio blaring, is made of the same essence, God essence, love essence. I invite you to join me, and let's see what happens. Have a great week.